one of the things is people. I've seen people that create messages or posts about like, oh, you don't want to be like just a solar guy. Like you want to make sure that you don't necessarily want to brand yourself as a solar guy. But I actually kind of disagree with that to an extent, because I think you want to be their solar guy. Like if a person in your network thinks of you as like, oh, that he's a solar guy, like he's the solar guy, that's not necessarily a bad thing. And so I've seen the people that have posted and kind of said like, you want to obviously, I mean, I don't know, I'm not really like dressing it up like, oh, I'm an energy executive consultant manager. Like, I don't see the bad in being the solar guy, as long as you're making sure that you can still talk about what it is that your business does and what you do. But that's not a bad problem to have, is if everyone that you have ever known in your life knows it as you as Kyle. Oh yeah, he's the solar guy. That's not a bad thing. I'm not saying you have to like change it, like your business, to Kyle the solar guy. You can. There's been people that have success with it, but I think that it's another term that very easily gets thrown around. Just like, oh yeah, I'm a solar guy. And I don't think that's bad. I think it's something that most people should.
I can see how people do. I mean, and I think, that comes from knocking doors. I think the people you're hearing bad, being a solar guy, I think that might be coming from door knockers,
Or maybe so people think, solar guy is negative because then they think of the guy that knocked on their door.
Yeah, you're getting doors slammed in your face all day, right?
Yeah.
I'm a sandwich artist. I don't work at Subway, right? Like it's just a different play on those words. So like energy specialist, or hey, I'm the manager for running the net metering program in conjunction with the utility company, right?
Well, see, but then we could also talk about how, in a way, avoiding words like solar and avoiding words like sales, or like when we avoid words like that in anything, we could be viewed as creating even more deception, right? And we're not being straightforward about it. And I think the best way for the solar industry to kind of progress is we have to change perception, and solar can't be a bad word. So if you're hiding it, or you're like you're not proud of it, then that's something that we probably need to figure out how to change it eventually. Because that's my thing. That's my thing. Once again, is I'm transparent and honest. I tell people, yeah, I'm a solar guy. I work in solar. I'm a solar sales guy. And then it might make your conversation more challenging with some people, but
set that up before and kind of grab their interest so it can be used in a good way. Hey, you ever heard of net metering before? Like, what the hell is that? Perfect. Yeah. Basically, I'm a solar guy, right? That's what's going on. But now you've got invited to talk, where before you're just spitting at a wall. They're listening to you, but they're not. If you get them to go, wait, what? What the hell is that?
Yeah.
They're basically telling you, hey, can you tell me what that is? Basically, I'm just a soul. Now you have the permission to talk.
Yeah.
Which one of the thing can change the.
And I don't remember who posted this, but I saw it in one of the groups. It was like, when you like the message on the door is like, I know I'm probably like the 12th solar guy to knock on your door this month. And so you're acknowledging it, you're not hiding it, but at the same time, I mean, it's just another opening line that's kind of getting them hopefully invested in the conversation, because you're displaying that transparency and honesty in a way that if you can get 30 more seconds of their time, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, taking the opposite approach. Hey, you're not interested in solar, are you? Like almost so that way you're in agreement, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you're not interested in solar.
But it's like sales. I don't think sales should be a dirty word, but sometimes companies will post a sales job, but they don't use the word sales because they think, or when you go to a door, people aren't proud to be in sales. And I think that's wrong. I think sales is an awesome skill. And I think solar is an awesome industry. I think there are people that have ruined their reputations, but the only way to fix it is we have to, as a collective, we have to be more vocal. We have to be more, we have to put more effort. We have to be more effort into clarifying what it means to be a solar guy. And so I think everyone's different. And once again, it goes all the way back to short term. People are thinking short term. If I say the word solar, it's going to be harder for me to convince them of this, or it's going to be harder to do this. And just because it's harder doesn't mean it's not the right way. So you definitely don't do anything you're not comfortable with, but definitely, I just said definitely twice. I'm tired, man. This is a long interview. We want words like solar. I mean, I'm proud to be in the solar industry. You're proud to be in the solar industry. A lot of us are proud to be in the solar industry, and there's no reason that we hiding that word. Number one, it's not doing anything to correct the reputation. And it's also, if anything, if we're telling people, oh no, I'm an energy specialist. I'm not, this isn't about solar. I'm an energy. I just want to talk to you about it. Like, I'm not a solar guy. I just want to talk to you about net metering. And when we start to do that, it does make it so that maybe certain customers we're going to be more likely to get a sale, and therefore it's the greater good. We're able, no matter what, we're able to get the job done. But at the same time, it's going to kind of expand that reputation that we already have, and that's not what we want. Yeah. So there's nothing wrong with being a solar guy. Solar is not a dirty word. I'll probably turn that into a clip and post it on YouTube and stuff.
It's okay to use the solar guy. All right.
Well, no, I don't care if you use. I don't have any problem with people not using the solar guy. I just think that, I guess I think the benefits of, if every single person I ever met in my life knew as me as Kyle, the solar guy, I would have more deals than if they didn't know what I did.
Dude, I think honestly, just seeing the flag in the back, I feel like it's like that with being American now, right? Like it's almost a dirty word to some people to be American, where, if you respect that kind of stuff, you're going to put a stake in the ground and say, hey, I'm going to be more proud. Like, I'm actually going to and be vocal and say, hey, like, I understand, like, there's a lot of crap that is freaking needs to go. But at the end of the day, I still respect, the country and the flag and stuff like that. And having that same thing with solar, having that respect of, maybe there's some things you don't like about it. Maybe you despise a majority of it, but that respect, I think, is in us giving back to that industry and feeding is really, it's going to come back to us as an industry. So collaboration or whatever you say.
Yeah. Well, no, what's funny about, not funny, but I try not to get into politics for obvious reasons, as anyone who's in business. Yeah. But I posted, because I was a person that I'm a fan of, Dr. Jordan Peterson. He was posting the other night, and he was talking about, like, basically too many people, like, we shouldn't be anonymous. We not only do we need to be more vocal, but we need to be able to, like, be authentic and sign our name to whatever it is that we're putting out there saying. And I was like, okay. I was like, I agree with that. And so, like, I took it as like a challenge. Like, I want to go on Twitter and just tweet some stuff. Like, I did that. And I remember I got a retweet from one of my, he's one of my favorite comedians. His name, Adam Carolla. And he like retweeted me and something. I was like, that's so cool. I was like, dude, that guy just saw my name. And that's like a little benefit. But I think a lot of the issues in this country right now, no matter what side you're on, I think it's obvious that one side is vocal and has like the mainstream view or opinion, and then there's the other side that's pretty much just been like silent. Like, we have our opinions, we keep to ourselves. Like, we don't speak up because it's just more headaches for us. Yeah. And I think it's the same thing where with solar is like, it's getting to a point where if you don't if we don't speak up, it just gets worse and worse and worse. And so the same thing from a reputation standpoint, if we're not speaking about, like, we're in the solar industry and this is what we do, this is why some of what you believe might be wrong, or what it might be influenced by, or this is why the industry has that reputation. Like, until we start speaking up about it, it's probably just going to keep sliding even worse and worse. And that's not what we want. So I believe that we should do it loud and proud. I think there's more as a company and as a solar salesperson. If we're writing ads, if we're creating content, if we're making posts, if we're making memes, you want to be able to put your name on it. You want to be able to own it. And then people that come to you are going to be much more open because you're not misleading them anyway at all. So, hey, what's up, everybody? This is Kyle Thumm. Thank you so much for watching this solar growth clip from the Solar Growth Podcast and my interviews with solar professionals. I greatly appreciate it. If you're watching this, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that subscribe button. I greatly appreciate every new subscriber I get, and it helps me to create more content and grow myself in solar, as well as help as many solar professionals grow in solar as well, so that we can make this industry a much better industry that's going to have a much bigger impact. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you again soon.